Hi folks, and welcome to another video. In this video, again, we're looking at Poland and strictly the first move with regard to Poland. In this video, I want to highlight a particular, again, a very good player, NCC 1701, and his opening move against Poland. I'm going to try to reproduce this move, and as you can see here, he's got his armor unit in behind, or right beside, I should say, Warsaw. He's using his secondary armor unit to trap these units from actually moving anywhere. It looks like he's captured Poznan on the first turn, and he's surrounded. It looks like he's also attacked Krakow, reducing its strength, and he set himself up in a sense to be able to attack Warsaw the next turn. So again, this setup is Poland down in 2 turns, and I'm going to try to replicate this, and I apologize to NCC 1701 if I don't get it perfectly correct, but when you're a good player, it's very difficult to reproduce everything that they do exactly the same. So let's look at Poland as it stands. So you can see here, this is version 9.1. Poland is set up in its standard mode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reproduce the moves themselves, and this is what I believe that NCC 1701 does. If I'm incorrect, I apologize. I'm just trying to get the exact same moves that he accomplished. So I'm going to attack this unit. One of the things he mentioned to me was that what you want to do is not really worry about destroying the units. What you want to do is move them to a certain location. So this cavalry unit, you want to move to this particular location when you look at it from the point of view of a map. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to save my armor unit here because I want to be able to get it as close as I can. I need the operational points when I go to Warsaw. So I push this unit back. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this particular unit. I'm going to slide this over so we can keep this here. I'm going to take this particular unit here, and what I'm going to do is move it into that location. That's the idea. Notice it takes only 1 operational point, so I'm going to move it into this location. Notice I have 6-to-1 odds here. I want to knock it and get it to retreat into that hex, and hopefully I can accomplish this, and it does. So that's a good thing. Now the next thing is I need to work on Lutz, and this is where it becomes a little dicey for me. Sometimes this works, sometimes this does not work for me. So I'm going to move this unit up, and you can see that it leaves me with 2 operational points, so I can attack Lutz twice. Now if I don't get my armor unit here, what ends up happening is, well, I mean, I got close, so then I'll still be able to take out Poland on the next turn. Now I'm going to give this some supply to make it a little bit more effective. And I'm going to move this unit into this location to help support an attack with Lutz. Now I'm hoping on the first attack that Lutz will actually fall back 1 unit. I'm hoping also that with a strategic with a run here, I'll be able to reduce its strength so that this way my attack will be more effective next time. So I attacked, and unfortunately it didn't do much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack its effectiveness. Even though you don't see a strength loss, the effectiveness of the unit has dropped. I'm going to make sure this is in full support mode. It is. So now these 2 units are going to attack, and hopefully Lutz with 5-to-1 odds will retreat, which it does. Now here's the key. What you're going to do is you're going to take your armor unit and move it into Lutz here, and that sets you up for a 7-1-2 attack here. I don't have, as you can see here, any support, so I'm going to get a little bit of support in this particular spot here. And now I'm going to attack, opening that up, and I've got my armor unit where I want it to be. So what fills in this unit? Well, you've got some choices here. You can move this unit up here. You can bring this unit in if you want, because now you have some options here. And again, looking at the picture, when you go and take a look at it, it looks like to me he's basically had the option here of really moving any of these units up if you really want to. He may have used this unit to keep this line here open. He has lots of options at this point in time on what he wants to do. This unit being free, I can move it over here and maybe create another cartwheel effect here. I can move it over to form a line. I have some options in this particular situation, and I'm finding that it works out really well depending on what you want to do. I'm just going to move this unit up, and I have options with this particular unit. And this particular unit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to actually capture Posnes, which I believe is what he does. Actually, he uses this unit to capture it. I stand corrected. Okay, so let's move it from the point of view of a picture. He uses this armor to trap these two units. He captures Danzig. And again, he's not worried about attacking these units. He moves this unit across the river, which is actually a really good idea, because if these units try to attack, they get a penalty unless they cross the river to attack. And he moves this unit here to trap these now. And this moves in. And he's realized that it turns out, and I'm going to have this unit attack and provide support for the next. You want to make sure that's turned off because I'm going to use it for Krakow. So what he's realized, and it's really not important if he captures it right off the bat, but if he captures it, it's a bonus. So he'll turn around and he'll attack at 5-to-1 odds, forcing a retreat here. Now with this unit here, I mean, for me, it becomes really a matter of where I really want to put this unit. This unit can now capture it, and when you take a look at the picture, that's what exactly has happening here. He's used one of the infantry units here to capture Posnes, and at 10-to-1 odds, I mean, you can do another attack there and still not worry about losing any points out of all of it. Next, I'm not sure whether or not he goes for Krakow next, but his setup, when you take a look at the picture, is he's moving this infantry unit in this location and these infantry units in this location, and he's moving back here to give a sort of a retreat hex here. And what he does is he's not worried whether or not he captures it, it looks like, but he'd like to reduce it for the next attack. So this is now on full support mode, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to attack. It turned out even better that this unit has retreated. Now with this unit retreating here, it's whether or not it's going to be able to help out with Warsaw, but I don't think it will, because what will end up happening is the distance is going to be, it'll get close, but it's going to be too far. And having more units close to Warsaw might be beneficial. This is not part of where he put his unit. I'm not sure if it went up here to support a possible blockade, and that's what it looks like he's done. He's moved the unit here to prevent any kind of movement down, but you can see he also has the option of going here if he wants. So I'm going to follow the map that he has, and I'm going to place my unit here as a blockade. So there it goes. I'm going to move my headquarters here like he has to protect my air units, so just in case somebody tries to overrun them over here, I'm going to show you they're not going to be able to. Remember, this is supposed to be just Poland, so I'm just going to concentrate on that. Now what he does is he tries to get this unit in this particular location here. To be able to do that, you're going to have to move this unit or destroy this particular unit. I've used up all my air to ensure that my armor has gotten there. Again, I'm just saying that NCC 1701 E is a very experienced player. He probably has some air units that are left. I mean, that's the difference between a great player and someone like me who, you know what, I'm sort of like a noob. So with this in mind, I'm going to have to be dealing with these infantry units with just strictly no air in my infantry. So I'm going to attack, which again turns out to be good in a sense. Now I've used 3 here. If I attack, what will end up happening is I won't be able to move, so I'm going to see if I can make it over. I don't know whether or not that unit was destroyed originally, but I'm going to attack again, and I'm going to try to get my unit in somewhat of a position. I really can't, unfortunately. So this unit here looks like it's going to end up attacking there. This guy I'm going to move over, and this guy I'm going to move down. So when I look at this, I mean, again, with battles that have occurred, it didn't turn out exactly like the picture, but it kind of gives you an idea of the procedure, especially in this location. More than likely, what NCC 1701E did to be able to get his armor unit in that particular location. As a result, I mean, when you do a comparison picture, Krakow was captured, Poznan was captured, and Lutsk was captured all in the first turn. And the idea behind this is try to reduce as much as you can the cartwheel effect, and allow you to actually capture Warsaw. So it turns out, as when I went through the first turn, I couldn't eliminate this unit and get this unit in the proper position here. But you can see here, these units here are pretty well trapped in a little circle here, and I've got an armor unit ready to go against Warsaw. And it'll be much more difficult for the Polish player to actually form that cartwheel around Warsaw. So you can see the strategy here is excellent and goes way beyond a new player strategy. It's well done, and just take a look at the way he set up this infantry unit in behind the river here, forcing, you know, a movement of these units. So it's really well done, and I just wanted to share this with you. So let's take a look at the second turn. And again, I don't care about the other stuff that's happening, so I don't have to move anything else, because I just want to look at it from the point of view of taking Poland in 2 turns and highlighting NCC 1701E for a fantastic strategy to be able to do that. And there's a benefit in seeing different strategies. So Magic Missile commented I had forgotten to put the Polish units in defensive mode, so now they're going to be in defensive mode. But just to get back to the point here, I mean, in this particular situation, because this unit couldn't get over, this unit can get back and form somewhat of a cartwheel here to make my life a little bit more difficult. Similar to this unit here, again, making it a little bit more difficult. And again, I'm going to make sure that all the units are in defensive mode. To make them a little bit harder to take over. So you can see you may have to adapt from the point of view of the battle here. Hindsight being 2020, maybe if I had taken this unit and moved it in this location, I might have been able to support the armor to move in a little bit more when it came in, because this unit now can, you know, form into that position to help with the cartwheel. And my headquarters will protect my air unit in this particular case. Now, I don't have any oil, so what will end up happening is I might not be able to attack. How much oil does Poland have? Let's check. Oh, it's got 9, so I will be able to, which is good. Let's see, and I'm going to go after the armor unit. And I don't care how many hits I take, because Poland's going to probably fall anyway, but reducing the effectiveness of this particular unit will make sure that from a standpoint that it turns out the little triangle that you see, and again trying to form my little cartwheel. The little triangle you see is really the hold position. This unit, you can see, can't move forward or anything, so I'm just going to hold position, and I don't even have to attack that particular unit. And now I have to move to the next turn. Moving forward now, I mean, it's just a matter of trying to make sure that you can get as close as you can to try to support the armor unit. And again, I'm only guessing from here on in the procedure in which that actually happens. I mean, from as it stands right now, it may be just a matter of continually attacking this particular unit and using up all my armor values and not performing any more attacks. I mean, that could be the possibility that happens. I'm not 100% sure. Or NCC 1701E might turn around and work his way in and hopefully get more units here to be able to support the armor unit. I'm not sure. So just to make this a little bit more interesting, what I'd like to be able to do is throw my air units in full support mode, except for one of them. Well, that one's there already. So was that one. And so is that one. And so is that one. So let's just continue here. So you can see here, without the doubling out effect, it's going to take a while to move in. But you can see with the 2 armor there, this really has opened up the door. For taking Warsaw. And Magic was absolutely correct. The Polish troops put up a good fight, especially when they were on hold mode. But you can see once again the capture of Poland in 2 moves. And again, I'm not taking any credit for this. The genius behind this, and I wanted props out because he's a great player, and I recommend you read some of the Matrix forums, NCC 1701. It's a fantastic strategy, and again, it allows you to take Poland in 2 turns. The different ways that you read about in the forum, they're fantastic, and I highly recommend that you visit the forum to learn some of the new strategies and what some of the great players end up doing. So once again, thank you everyone. Stay safe, and thanks for watching. Bye now.